Hello, Kindred. Today will be the first video of a series called Retrograde Rumble, wherein I'll be knocking out retrograde ideas in the political sphere in as brief a time as possible. In today's installment, I'll be debunking Charlie Kirk's so-called takedown of libertarian socialism. So without further ado, let's get ready to rumble.
Okay, as a libertarian socialist, right, as you would know, workers controlling the means of production, right, that's just like an economic thing. I don't believe in big government, right? I believe
You don't?
No government.
No government.
Little to
So
no
you're an
government.
anarchist.
Yes. I believe in voluntary hierarchy and democracy.
Okay, so, wow. But let me ask you a question in all seriousness. No, here's the question. Here's a serious question, though. What's preventing you from doing what the Amish do, get off the grid and just go live like that right now?
Well,
Let that question sink in, Kindred, because it'll be important later. As for the question itself, Charlie is ignoring the fact that a residential move has more factors going into it than simply going from point A to point B and staying there. For anyone planning such a move, one must first find the ideal point B, which can be a long process if one desires very specific economic conditions. Information about point B on the internet may be sparse or require a more labor-intensive inquiry than what is available at their fingertips. Going off the grid, which is to say far from urban development, has three major possibilities that could easily drift the moving cost into the $1,000 range if it isn't there already. The easy way is to hire movers to handle everything and simply travel to point B with them. One in this case only needs to pay the movers, however great the cost might be, and the cost to fuel any other vehicles involved. Another way would be to split the burden and/or cost with enough people that it minimizes the burden and/or cost of the move. Whether it's easy or hard being determined by how many participants the one looking to move can get to help them, and other travel requirements that may apply. The hardest way, which might be the only option for some, is to take on all the moving cost and burden personally. This often makes necessary the rental of a moving truck, which, though it depends on distance and what company you rent from, can cost at least hundreds of dollars. Returning a truck will require travel to an approved drop-off site that could be a good distance from point B, especially if it's off the grid. Transportation from the drop-off site to point B would have to be arranged if one doesn't bring it with them. The options may vary depending on where that site is and what service they use. That's not even considering what work there is near point B or even if one moves overseas. Put simply, moving costs a great deal of time and money, and if you don't have both of those, you're not going anywhere.
the Amish are religiously excluded.
No, forget the religious component.
well,
But
because
the Amish are a great
It's
example.
incredibly difficult to just pick up everything that you have, leave, and go into.
So you want to tell me how to live?
Boy, that escalated quickly.
No, I'm not telling you how to live.
No. You are, because you're arguing for a governmental structure.
A lack of one, rather.
Even a lack of a governmental structure will then make me live the way you want me to live. I'm not going to
'cause
tell you
you
how to
could
live
live
your life. What's preventing you from doing what the Amish do, get off the grid and just go live like that right now?
Well,
The hypocrisy doesn't end there, Kindred. Though the speaker didn't call him on it, Charlie just inadvertently shot his arguments against big government in the foot. The reason being that implementing the governmental structure he wants would make everyone live under the system he wants. Living under a government makes it inevitable for a law-abiding citizen to live the way they're told by someone else. Laws or even social customs are a direct statement to the citizens by a higher authority that seek to dictate proper conduct within a given jurisdiction. When you live in a democracy, you, the citizen, have more say in what kind of laws are passed, though there will always be disagreement as long as other lifestyles conflict with one another in that area. If one is so averse to being told how to live, lessening government influence would be ideal. Rather than finding this common ground with the speaker, Charlie instead argues against something he should want.
However you want. What I'm saying is that under
So you're
the
okay with
society
me
that
having
I
5
currently
houses
live
and 6 yachts?
What I'm saying is that the society that I currently
Answer
live
the
in,
question.
I'm forced to wait. What? What was
You're
it?
okay with me having 5 houses and 6 yachts?
I'm not okay with you having them as if you are not using them.
Oh, not you. So all of a sudden you're now telling me how to live my life. I'm never going to tell you how to live your life, my friend. Why are you telling me how to live mine? What's preventing you from doing what the Amish do? Get off the grid and just go live like that right now.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are people that are literally starving, and that if you had extra houses and they literally just came and occupied the houses that you are not using, they are justified because you are being a massive asshole.
Being a massive asshole to not... So if someone forcefully takes away something that is sedentary, not being used in that purpose, it is a rightful means of theft.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So you don't believe in private property rights?
No, I do not.
You don't believe in private property rights, so we're getting somewhere. So you're not a libertarian, my friend. Libertarians believe...
I'm not a libertarian in the American... I'm not a libertarian in the capitalist sense. I'm not a libertarian in the American sense.
So stop using the word, because you're anything but it.
In conclusion, Charlie's so-called victory here is made possible by his crowd's applause. If he were to have this conversation in a room full of leftists, the speaker's massive asshole statement would have had more sting to it. The reception to his lack of a moral defense for private property rights would also have turned such a crowd against him, as would his decoupling of libertarian from libertarian socialist. Thanks for watching, Kindred. Have a nice day.